Have you ever realized that a tiny Chihuahua and a giant Great Dane are literally the exact same animal? Here is the crazy genetic reason why dogs look so wildly different. It all comes down to two forces working together: genetics and thousands of years of intense human selection. Humans didn't just notice differences in dogs, we actively amplified them over and over until small genetic tweaks produced extreme shapes. Start with genes. A dog's body is built from DNA instructions. Each gene can come in different versions, called alleles. When an allele changes how a protein works or when and where a gene turns on, the dog's appearance can change. What's surprising is how few genes it takes to make dogs look wildly different. Many visible traits are controlled by biological master switches that guide growth, pigment, and development. Body size is the clearest example. You might expect size to be controlled by hundreds of genes, and it is complicated, but in dogs, a handful of genes explain a huge chunk of the difference. One gene in particular, called IGF-1, plays a major role in growth. A single ancient variant of IGF-1 is shared by most small breeds, from Chihuahuas to Pomeranians. When humans repeatedly bred the smallest dogs together, that variant became common and stable, producing reliably tiny bodies within just a few generations. Coat color works the same way. Dogs don't have endless color genes. Instead, a small set of pigment genes combine like layered filters. One gene decides whether black pigment is possible at all. Another controls where pigment switches from dark to light along the body. Others turn black into brown, dilute colors into gray or cream, or create patterns like brindle and merle. Mix a few alleles across these genes and you get an enormous range of coats. Breeders then lock in specific combinations by selecting only dogs with the desired look. Ear shape is another high-leverage trait. Recent genetic work points to a region near a gene called MSRB3 that affects ear size and whether ears stand up or flop down. Select for prick ears in one population, floppy ears in another, limit outside breeding, and ear shape quickly becomes a defining feature of each breed. So why don't other mammals show this kind of range? Because dogs went through an unusual history. First came domestication, likely starting 20 to 40,000 years ago when wolves that tolerated humans gained an advantage. Selection focused on behavior, but behavior and body development are linked, so physical traits shifted too. Later came artificial selection, where humans deliberately bred dogs for hunting, guarding, herding, or looks. Then, especially in the 1800s, modern breeds were created as closed populations. Once a breed is closed, specific alleles spread fast and stay put. The genetic separation between breeds is enormous. Roughly a quarter of genetic variation in dogs exists between them, not within them. That's why a purebred dog's appearance is so predictable, and why breeds look so distinct from one another. There is a cost. The same process that exaggerates cute or striking features can push bodies past healthy limits. Flat faces can cause breathing problems, long backs raise spinal risks. Giant size strains joints and hearts. These health issues are not accidents. They're the direct consequence of selecting hard on a small set of powerful developmental genes. Put it all together and the answer is simple. Dogs look different because humans discovered a few genetic dials that control size, shape, and color, then turned those dials to extremes inside isolated populations. The result is the most visually diverse species of mammal on Earth, shaped not by nature alone, but by human preference.